Be a very crazy match. All those men in a ladder match for one title. So if those guys leave with the titles, they may be the greatest tag team in the history of What Culture Pro Wrestling, let me tell you.
That's right.
But we had a great day today talking about the big tournament coming in August, the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
That's right. We can announce March 21st in Nottingham, the English qualifier will take place, and it will feature a man that a lot of people are excited to see, and he's coming out next. But right now, it's all about Travis Banks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a singles match set for one fall. Going to the ring this time from New Zealand, weighing tonight at 32 kilos, the Kiwi Buzzsaw, Travis Banks.
Travis Banks is from Auckland, New Zealand, ladies and gentlemen. Outstanding young competitor, too. I like him.
That's right, Auckland, New Zealand. That's Tony Gurria's favorite new wrestler is Travis Banks. And, of course, he will be a part of the English qualifiers, as will his opponent that I am personally excited to see.
So he'll be representing New Zealand. Think of the Patriots again. The damn Tom Brady. Banks will be representing New Zealand, coming at large bid. There'll be
That's
others.
right, in the rest of the world bracket. My apologies.
His opponent from Canterbury, England, weighing tonight at 181 pounds. There is only one, Zack Sabre Jr.
Another one of the great young athletes that you see on a regular basis here in What Culture Pro Wrestling. Zack Sabre Jr. An amazing high flyer, Matt.
Yep, pop the collars and get cheeky because Zack Sabre can do it up high, and he's also arguably the best pound-for-pound technical wrestler going today. You are going to see so many submissions, hopefully, out of this suplex-sponsored athlete, Zack Sabre Jr. from Kent, England.
Sabre won the prestigious PWG tournament. He's a champion.
Going to see some good wrestling here. I had the pleasure of being in a Pro Wrestling Noah ring with Zack Sabre, and I can tell you from experience that he is silky smooth.
Yeah, I like his technical abilities. Has a great feel for the game, does this young man. And both these guys, quite frankly, do. And the great thing about What Culture Pro Wrestling is there's so many good young ones that can become great young ones.
Absolutely, and we'd be remiss if, look at that, going for a little modified heel hook there. That'll pop a tendon quick. You know, a lot of this style of wrestling, it brings you to guys like Kurt Angle. If there was never a Kurt Angle doing what he did, we may never have a Zack Sabre. And also, tip of the cap to guys like Jerry Briscoe and Luthez and Danny Hodge and all these catch-can guys. It really is just a great amalgamation of styles and an evolution.
And the great Billy Robinson would fit into that category as well, obviously.
Absolutely, nice arm trap there.
We mentioned that the World Cup qualifier, the English qualifying event, will be on March 21. Matt mentioned that in Nottingham. And both these young men will be two of the 8 that will be competing in that tournament. And 2 winners will advance from each competition, each tournament.
And I'm sure that they will all go back and watch footage of these matches to scout their opponents. And look at that. Travis Banks has gone hold for hold, move for move. We talk about Zack Sabre's proficiency in the ring, but let's not sleep on old TB over here, Mr. Travis Banks. Of course, he's teamed with Pete Dunne, amongst others, and that, you know, strong style collective. Maybe we're going to see some hard strikes from Travis as this match wears on. Look at that.
Great technique, the cravat. Second time we've seen a Brit use the cravat. Won't be the last. It's one of the go-tos.
It's an effective hold. It manipulates your opponent's head and neck, and if you control the head, obviously you control the body.
I have heard the chapter and verse from our good friend William Regal about the cravat. It is a nasty, nasty maneuver. It looks so simplistic, but the placement of the hands, your feet, everything is your balance. It's just it's a deadly maneuver.
I like the way Zack Sabre tries to control the back of his opponent's head, stays vertical on his feet.
Sabre now looking for a cross arm breaker.
Nope. Let's see how Travis will keep his hands locked.
And Travis Banks quickly goes to the ropes. Didn't like how he felt.
Nope.
Didn't like where the hands of Zack Sabre were. So what do? Well, you get a break. You get an automatic break by going out of bounds into the ropes.
The minute that arm is hyperextended, or any joint for that matter, I mean, you're a second away from either giving up, submitting, or having that joint popped. Again, the collar and elbow tie-up, controlling the head and neck is Zack Sabre, crossing his arms, trying to get an advantage there.
Interesting takedown.
Yeah. And JR, you're very well versed in this. Of course, the world of sports style is something that a lot of wrestling fans may find familiar here to Zack Sabre's style.
Sabre would have fit in back in the day in the world of sport very
would've.
nicely. Both these kids would, quite frankly.
Would have loved to have seen a Rollerball Rocco or a Johnny Saint Zack Sabre match. Manipulating the fingers, though, that is illegal in amateur wrestling from what I understand. Nice. Wrist manipulation there. Ow.
Oh, yeah, there you go. The great Marty Jones would like this.
Yes. Now into the hammerlock there. Banks changes levels, as does Sabre.
Good counters. Just a beautiful exhibition of catch-as-catch-can wrestling here from these two young fellas.
And it's interesting to see how much space they keep between each other before they get engaged. It shows you the respect both men have. Sabre's a little longer than Banks, so that may come into play.
That would be in direct reference to leverage. Taller man having a longer body, having a little bit more leverage opportunity on certain exchanges.
Here we go now. A little bit more movement here as these two get a little more comfortable. Oh, here's the trip. That's why we drop down in our sport. I went for the Magistral, but Sabre blocked it.
A counter.
Ooh, all right.
Nice. Yeah. Hey, temperous flare, but how can we be surprised?
See Sabre favoring the right elbow. We'll keep an eye on that.
I met Zack Sabre for the first time today. Very polite, professional young man. I was very, he's been well raised. Good parenting, I would suggest.
Now, JR, you're in there with someone that comes with the pedigree of Zack Sabre. In your opinion, what does Travis Banks need to do to almost negate that advantage that Zack purportedly has?
Well, I think Banks is a kid that needs to go right back to mat wrestling, submission wrestling. You got to take it's almost psychological. If nice counter there. If Banks can out wrestle the wrestler, it takes the wrestler out of his mental game. Like, I thought I was better than I am. This damn guy's beating me in my own game. I just don't believe that Banks is. Oh, nice little suplex there. I just don't think that Banks should start taking unnecessary chances and leaving his feet voluntarily just for the hell of it to try to go, for that big home run.
Now, I love what Sabre did off the Northern Lights. He kept the arm, and this now becomes a chain off of the Northern Lights into this unique submission hold. Of course, Zack likes to use an omoplata.
Shoulders on the canvas.
And again, distance and space between the two.
This is my first time calling a Zack Sabre Jr. match. I have seen young Mr. Banks on occasion. These guys are fine representatives of two men that really live up to the name wrestler. They are wrestlers.
How dare they?
How dare they? Is that right? Pace quickens somewhat. Oh! And, okay, we're talking about leaving your feet voluntarily.
Yep.
That's what happens sometimes.
Absolutely, and it's a standard thing. If you've watched wrestling all your life, hang on a second there, nice little surfboard bow and arrow. You've always seen the leapfrog following the drop down, and Sabre had it scouted.
Little headbutt to the face.
Here we go.
Uppercut to the sternum.
Now you would think that a striking contest favors Travis Banks, but Sabre has done plenty of time with Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan, and he's inviting it now. Teaming with the legend Ogawa, Sabre knows all about hard-hitting strikes. Oh, that one got him in the throat.
That's the problem. You think you're going to get hit in the chest, and Sabre's chest is getting red, no doubt, but you got to watch those throat shots. I was calling a New Japan match the other day, and I saw it's almost a difference maker. It takes you out of your game.
Like a modified Fujiwara there. And I got to tell you, I really enjoy your work with old Josh Barnett there. I watch you each and every week. It's a lot of fun.
Thanks very much. He's a great partner, and of course, New Japan's going to be involved in this World Cup of Pro Wrestling as well. So stay tuned for all those announcements and who their 8 representatives will be to enter their portion of the tournament.
Whoop.
Right hand, clenched fist.
Oh, another one.
Now we've gotten business that's picked up a little bit for Banks.
Yeah, and that was a little bit of gypsy boxing there, as my friend Vampiro would say. The punch doesn't get you, but the forearm and the elbow does.
And Sabre, quickly as that, able to counter. This reminds me of this Inoki type.
There it is.
The octopus.
That's right.
Won a lot of matches, did the great Antonio Inoki back in his day. These young men they're students of the game, folks. They watched all the greats, and what worked for the greats might work for them is their mindset, and why not? That's no different than a baseball player learning to throw a curveball.
That's right.
Curveball works for some guys. Ooh. Single leg pick up, take down. Oh, nice running knees right to the face. That'll loosen some teeth.
Yep. And you'll notice how Sabre keeps his shoulders off the mat almost out of instinct. You know he's rocked. You know he's groggy talking about Zack Sabre, but still he gets to a corner, a safe place, or so it may seem.
Is there really a safe haven in a wrestling ring? I don't know. Look at Banks.
Oh, wow. Oh, that caught Zack in the shoulder, and if Zack likes to use armbar submissions, can't do it with a separated shoulder.
Sabre a little bit disoriented there, and rightfully so. Oh, look at that kick right to the bicep.
Nice hard clothesline there by Travis Banks.
These guys are both marksmen when it comes to using their feet. Yep. Very precise.
Hang on. What's Zack going for here? Again, another. Is he going for a Kimura? Wow, look at that.
The body scissors with the double wrist lock.
That's right. Double wrist lock chicken wing.
Yeah, MMA term Kimura. Catch can wrestling. A double wrist lock.
And what makes it even harder is that Banks had to support all of Sabre's weight. And Banks had no choice but to throw his opponent off.
One of the brilliant facets of what culture pro wrestling is the diversity. We've seen a brawl here tonight in that I Quit match. We're going to see a ladder match with a bunch of bodies in it. We got a women's match with just so much diversity. Really makes it something for everybody.
And there's an education here because Alberto El Patron likes to use an armbar as well. Oh my gosh! That may be it right there.
The submission applied.
Yep. The omoplata variant with the armbar, but he does not have it completely locked in.
Sabre trying to trap the arm.
Yeah, looks like he's going for a little bit of a triangle there.
Right, exactly. The triangle is in effect, but he doesn't have it all where he wants it. And remember, Sabre's got his shoulders down. He's got to be aware of that. Referee's got to be aware as well. Yeah, Banks showing some strength. Sure. Nicely done.
Core strength there. Reminds me of Bob Backlund and Antonio Inoki.
Both men rolling to the outside. Now, must be aware of the referee's 10 count. You mentioned New Japan earlier, Matt, who will be involved in our Pro Wrestling World Cup. They get a 20 count on the outside. And that was when I first got into wrestling in the 70s. That was the rule, 20 count on the outside. And man, some guys are great at utilizing that. Okay, he's got the near leg hook here.
Oh,
a lot of body weight, body on body, got a near fall out of it.
And to all the young wrestlers out there watching, you always got to hook a leg. You always have to have your weight on your opponent's chest and shoulders. Makes it very difficult for your opponent to kick out, makes them expend energy.
Straight kicks to, a little retaliation.
Slaps to the neck, into the jaw, the mandible.
Open hand, the palm of the hand, the heel of the hand is the striking point. Nice European uppercut. First guy I ever saw use the European uppercut was Dory Funk Jr. And buddy, he can light you up.
Worked out well for him, didn't it?
Yes, sir. Nice quick feet.
Look at this.
Well, these guys are quicker than hiccups. Nice takedown. Oh,
nice
man.
little half and half there.
Half Nelson suplex on the head. Banks.
No. Trap
able
the
to
arm,
kick
though.
Okay, Banks kicks out, and Sabre makes sure he grabs the arm.
Yes.
And going right back for the double wrist lock. No wasted motion.
That's right. You always want to stay connected to your opponent when you're in a dominant position, and Zack Sabre is proving that here with wrist manipulation, trying to manipulate the joints. Look at the placement of his hand, a little bit higher up on the elbow, on the tricep. Perfect control.
Oh, wow. Banks showed a lot of strength and determination there to use that leg and then drop Sabre on his neck and shoulders.
We are halfway through an incredible show, and it's only going to get better from here. Banks.
Oh, what a kick. That may do it.
Yep.
Sabre's arms are limp.
No.
But he kicks out at a long 2. We were north of 2 on that one. Sabre's trying to get the feeling back, circulation back in his right arm. He's a right-handed athlete. Keep that in mind. Right-handers don't want to get the right arm hurt. Just for the record. Roll up.
Hey!
Look at this. That was a beautiful exchange. Another kick to the head. Suplex. German release. And Banks now feels very confident that he is in where he wants to be. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this.
Full hyperextension. Zack's going to turn his body weight. Try to manipulate the shoulder.
Sabre locking up the arms.
Locks it in.
Look out here. It's over. It's over. The submission. Oh, yes. What a counter.
Ladies and
A
gentlemen,
beautiful
the
wrestling
winner
event.
as a result of a submission, Zack Sabre Jr.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're looking for somebody you might want to follow in this tournament from start to finish, that kid right there.
Absolutely, Zack Sabre has shown that he can catch you out of anything. What a great technical wrestling matchup we saw. Perhaps the precursor to our main event tonight. But for me, I'm going to stand up and give these guys a round of applause.
Zack Sabre, the technical wizard, with a win here. Very impressive with his omoplata armbar submission.
And look at this. Looked like Zack was going to show a little bit of respect. You alluded to how polite and cordial this young man is, but the competitive juice is still flowing here. There you go.
Travis Banks reluctantly gets the fist bump to the winner in this match, Zack Sabre Jr. Outstanding wrestling event won by submission. And ladies and gentlemen, still to come, the tag team titles on the line. Here's more on that big ladder match.